All right. Hey, everybody. How are you today? Good to see you. Welcome to the show here. It's your buddy, Uncle Bruce. It is Thursday, May the 11th, 2023. Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce, where we try to explain the stock market in plain English. Here's something else in plain English. Look at this right here. You see this right here? Stink bids save lives, okay? As plain English as it gets, stink bids save lives. If you've taken my classes on how to write stock options, you know what this means. You are absolutely familiar with what and how important this message is to all of you out there trying to make money from the pros that are trying to take it away from you. Stink bids and stink offers are the secret to maximizing profits on option rights. And the sooner you figure this out and understand it, the more profitable your life is going to become. Fabulous. Thank you, all of you who are here from around the world who join me each and every day, Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time for the Trade Alert update for Gold Bagel members. Thank you to all of you who have already joined me for the first show we've done today. And now those of you who are here live at 8:30 Eastern time from around the world, joining yours truly to try to figure out with me what the heck is going on. What does it mean? Can we make money in this market or not? And how can we avoid making mistakes? Oh gosh, let's avoid that, okay? Because mistakes can cost you a lot more than your wins. And that's the catch with this marketplace. You get kind of complacent sometimes. You feel pretty good about yourself after a few smart moves, and then you make a boneheaded move and you just kick yourself in the rear end and go, why did I do that? What was wrong with me? I didn't listen to Uncle Bruce. Oh gosh. In any event, welcome to the show. We're down 68 points on the Dow. We were a lot worse off than this, 120 points lower, I guess, not now. S&P's up a couple points. NASDAQ is ahead, about 30-something. Crude oil down $23. 23 cents a barrel. Let's get real. We're down 23 cents a barrel to 72.30-something in Texas. So there you go. How much oil would you like? Are you a buyer of oil? Oh, there's oil for sale. There's oil available through legitimate sources, and then there's oil for sale on the open seas. Would you like to buy tanker loads of oil from Russia? India does. India is buying up oil like you cannot believe in the black market everywhere they can. Turkey is doing it. Many countries, South Africa, China, and others are buying up Russian oil on the open seas, where they send a ship out to a tanker in international waters, and then they have hoses going over, pumps going to pump oil from one ship to another ship, and then the ship full of oil comes into whatever country's waters it comes into, and there are no inspections required, there is no paperwork required, there's no import permits required. The oil just ends up coming into the system, which of course is then run by a series of friendly folks in that country to the country's leadership. And it's amazing to think how people who get elected, quote unquote, elected to office in certain countries out there, they have a salary of like, $150,000 a year or something like that. And they become the leader of the country. And over 10, 15, 20 years, winning successive elections, because once you're in, you never lose. You find ways to keep winning elections. The leader of the country, becomes multi-millionaire person, but also all the relatives of that leader becomes multi-millionaires themselves. How does that happen? Gee, I wonder if you bring in 100,000 barrels of oil every day or two, and you mark it up by $10 a barrel to the state-run company that buys the oil, that then sells the oil to the public of said country through refineries. Do you think that if you could make $1 million a ship, or 2 million or 5 million bucks a ship load of oil, net profit under the table, not to be reported, all in cash, Does that add up? Yeah, it does. It allows dictators to pay bribes to a lot of people and keep this game going. And the public, you just need 10 gallons of gas to kind of get by for another week or two. Uh, so you buy gas at $4 a gallon, so it's $5-6 a gallon, like you always have, depending on what country I'm talking about here. The fact that there's a $1 a gallon bribe tax already built into that price, do you give a crap? Are you going to overthrow the government for that? You haven't got time. You're too busy bribing enough officials in your world to stay alive and keep going. It's a wonderful world in which we live. It's nothing personal. It's just business. And the Russians are hauling in billions of dollars from oil sales internationally under the table, cash deals, to keep making bullets, drones, missiles, rifles, army boots, helmets, flak jackets, and send their boys out to Ukraine to liberate their motherland. Wow, unbelievable. It just blows my mind how we all of us simpletons just allow this to happen. We just do, because we're focused on our worlds. And I get it. I understand it. Am I going to grab a rifle and go to Ukraine and liberate Ukraine? I don't think a 67-year-old should be doing something like that right now. My heart's and mind is in the right place. I know that here in Canada, and I know that in the USA, I know that depending on where in the world you live, the government that you're probably being governed by is likely a supporter of Ukraine as opposed to not Ukraine. And your tax dollars are hard at work to help this country out. So in a way, we are, funding the liberation of Ukraine and the continued independence of Taiwan against our friends in China and other rogue actors out there. But anyway, that's another topic. You want to make money in this market? Nothing. I don't want to, overburden you with thoughts here. But you really want to make money in this market? No, I mean, come closer. Do you really? Do you want me to shave? Listen, you want to make money in this market? Maybe the answer to make some money in this market is for you to consider writing some cash secured puts. I don't talk about puts very often, as you folks know. Those of you who are regulars of mine, I love talking about writing call options on stock. But you can make money in the market writing cash secured puts if you want to. It's a question of just what stock and what option are we talking about, and what kind of risk tolerance do you have? How gutsy are you? What's your risk tolerance level? What's your time frame? That kind of thing. So look, I made a video the day before yesterday about cash secured puts on SoFi. One of my viewers mentioned that he had written some puts, and I looked into the trade, and I liked the trade, and I speculated on a little bit further, and I made a video about it. And now I'm thinking, well, I'll talk about that and a few other little ideas about how you can make money writing cash secured puts if you are into this. Now, here's the thing. Okay, there's always a thing. Okay, what's the thing? What is the thing? If you want to write cash secured puts, the word cash secured comes up. Those two words come up. You need money. All right, you can't just do it with your intentions and your good thoughts. You got to have some do-re-mi money. But you can control how much money you put up for the collateral required to write a cash secured put. You decide. So once you decide on a particular put contract that you would like to write or sell to buy back later at a lower price, you don't have to put up any more money. The amount that you risk is it. There's a finite amount that you need, and that's all you're going to need for your position. You don't have to make any other changes. So for example, just as an example, if you like the company SoFi, all right, as I talked about in my video, you like SoFi, and you believe that SoFi in the next 3, 6, and 9 months going forward now, they're going to come up with their second quarter report in about 2 months-ish, 2.5 months. And then they're going to come up with their third quarter report in 5.5 months. And then they're going to come up with their next, every 90 days, they come up with their financials. And if you believe that SoFi is going to grow their numbers of members, grow their gross revenues, become a profitable entity, they're just about there now. And you believe that because of all that, the likelihood is that the shares will rise in value on the market, apart from the fact that Noto, the CEO, is buying up the stock like crazy for his own personal investing. You want to join the CEO? Well, then maybe a put on SoFi is for you. That might be the idea. And if you believe that the shares are not going to go down very much, they will have a bad week from time to time, like all stocks have good, bad weeks. But overall, you feel that the shares will hold the value of $5.50 a share or so, where they are kind of right now, or better, then you might be a candidate to create a cash secured put, or 2 or 10 or 20 or 30 or 50 or whatever. And if you feel that you feel very conservative and you don't really want to be you're kind of risk adverse, you might write a $4 cash secured put on a $5.50 stock. In other words, you're saying to the market, I'm prepared to pay $4 for SoFi shares. Anytime you want to give them to me, I'll pay $4. The market will say to you, oh, sure, I'll buy a contract off you. As a matter of fact, I will pay you money to do this deal with me. How about this? You put up $400. That's equal to buying 100 shares at $4 a piece. I will give you 45 cents a share up front right now for the right to sell you my stock at $4 until, say, January of next year. 45, 50 cents, something like that. Now you got to ask yourself, is this worth your time? Is it worth your time to put up $400 and take in, say, $45 against it, a little over 10%, 11% maybe? And in theoretically, don't do anything until that contract expires in January of 2024. That's like 7.5, 8 months from now. Would you be happy with an 11% return on your money on that kind of an arrangement? Or let's just suppose that in the next 90 days, we've got the second quarter financials out. We've had all the gyrations of that time frame come and go, and the shares are $5.50, $5.75 a share in 3-4 months. They haven't moved, but they're not down to $4. They're around $5.50, $6. Where will this put contract be trading then? Because if 3 months have gone by, there's only now 4 months left to go, and they expire. They're out of the money, $1.75 or so, likely 20 cents a piece. You could buy them back at 20 cents. If you sell them at 45, you buy them back at 20, you make a profit of 25 cents a share. Well, that's 5%. That's 6% on your money. You put up 400, you made $25. 4% is 6% is 24 cents. You made 25 cents. So you made a 6% return in 2-3 months. Could you do that 6 times a year? Every 2-3, maybe 4 to 6 times a year, maybe 5 times a year on average. Could you make 6% 5 times a year? Would you be happy with that? That would give you a 30% a year return on your money, because you'd write new calls. After you buy these calls back, you write new calls, $4 calls for 4 months out, 7 months out, 8 months out. You might move them up to $4.50 calls. You might go up to $5 calls and start writing March 2024s, and then wait for those to depreciate, buy them back, and then write June 2024s. Would you be happy with that? It's a pretty conservative strategy. I mean, come on. What's the worst case scenario here? The market goes down. All markets go up and down. The market goes down. Down goes SoFi. SoFi goes to $3.80 a share, all-time low, and you're on the hook to buy stock for $4. And you get exercised. Someone says, I am selling you my stock at $4 a share, and you buy it because the $400 you put up is to buy the stock. So you bought the stock, but don't forget, you got 45 cents up front to take this contract, to sell it. So really, you're paying $3.55 a share net, right? It cost you $400 to buy those shares, but you got a $45 credit up front. You're on the hook for $355. Are you happy paying $355 for SoFi between now and next January? That is the question. It's a very conservative strategy. I like it. But there's another strategy you could play, a little more aggressive than that. And again, how do you feel about SoFi? What about putting up $500 instead of putting up $400? And why don't you write a $5 cash secured put on SoFi? You'll get more money for that because that $5 contract is not out of the money by $1.50 like the $4 contract. It's only out of the money by about 48 to 50 cents if you look at the pre-market right now, which is 5.48. You'll get more money for a closer in contract, just like you would get more money if you were writing a call option closer into the money, obviously. Well, this is closer into the money. It's still out of the money, but it's closer into the money. Now you're making a little larger gamble in a way because you're saying to the market, a high market, look, I'm prepared to pay $5 for this stock until January 2024, but you got to compensate me with 85 cents, 86 cents a share premium. I want that much because that's what those contracts are going for right now. So you put up $500, you bring in $85, let's say 85 cents a share. You bring in $85 on a $500 investment on your part. That's 17% on your money, by the way, versus 11% on the first example I told you about. So what happens if the stock goes down? Like we said, it can happen. What if they go down to 480? We've seen it there before. They go to 480 and you get assigned. You have to buy the stock for $5. Well, you just got 85 cents. You're really only paying $4.15 for the stock. Would you be happy with that? Many of you would say, yes, I would be. I would be willing to tolerate buying SoFi at $4.15 a share if I had to buy it. Because the $500 is in the account that I put in there as a deposit. I got the $85 given to me by the option buyer. I've added it in there. I have $585, and I got to cough up $500 to buy the stock. I have $85 left over, and I've got the stock. Okay. Thank you. The stock's only worth $4.80 though, right? I mean, the stock's gone down in price, but you've been given more money, 85 cents, than the shares have declined. So you're actually still ahead. What do you do now? You got the stock, right? You didn't really want the stock, but you got the stock. What do you do now? You could sell the stock for $4.80 and get $480 back, plus the money you've left over from the premium you had over there, which is whatever it was, 60 cents. Whatever. Now you could write a $4 call because the stock went down to $4.80. You'd write a put. You'd write a $4 put because the stock went from $5.50 to $4.80. Now you're going to write a $4 put because the stock came down there. So you have 80 cents out of the money. You'll go forward 7 or 8 months. You'll bring in 80, 85 cents and say to the world, I'll buy SoFi at $4. Net to me, $3.15. That's all I have to pay for this stuff. I'll keep writing these cash secured puts on the way down if you want to go down. On the other hand, what if the stock goes up though? You wrote these puts when the stock was $5.48 and the stock goes to $6.48 in 3 months. Now what? Well, this $5 put contract is now out of the money, $1.48, almost $1.50 out of the money. It goes down in value because it's losing time, first of all, and it's further out of the money, further out of the money. And so it will lose value. It'll go from 85 to maybe 40 cents, 35 cents. 2 or 3 months later, it'll be at a quarter, maybe 20 cents. If the stock surges, it goes to 850 in a month, 850, say 3 months from now. This is a 350 out of the money put contract. Those are going to be trading at 15, 20 cents max. You'll buy it back, and you're now going to write a higher price cash secured put. You're following the stock, you see. So if you sell it for 85, buy it back for 15, and sell another contract that might be a $7 put contract for 85 cents, you've added 70 cents a share to your account, which is $70 for a contract. $700 for 10 contracts, $2,100 for 30 contracts. How much capital do you want to put up at $5 a share, $6 a share, $7 a share? How much capital have you got to how many can you write? So if you've got $5,000 lying around, you can write 10 $5 cash secured puts. You got 10 grand lying around, you can write 20 cash secured puts. Now that's leverage. Every dime is $200 in your pocket. 100 puts, you got that kind of money, write 100 puts at a time, put up 50,000 and write 100 puts, bring in $8,500. And every penny that the contract loses is $100 to you. Every penny the contract goes up is $100 lost to you. Of course, time is the equalizer. Is all premium because these calls are out of the money. The stock will have to drop for you to lose money a lot. And again, are you prepared to say, hey, look, you want to go down to $4.80 a share? I got 85 cents up front here. I'm net paying $4.15 a share for this stuff. I'll immediately write call options the minute I get this stuff. So I'll write a $5 call option against my $4.15 price if I have to. But on the other hand, I could just sell the stock in the open market at $4.80, turn around and now write $4 puts and bring in 85 cents on those. I mean, I will keep writing and writing and writing and writing. Time is on my side. I'm the casino. I win in the end. The gamblers are here today, gone later today. I'm here forever. That might be something to think about. Now, what about GameStop? Can you do this on GameStop? I'm talking SoFi here and SoFi there and SoFi wherever. Can you do this on a stock like GameStop, or can you do it on a stock like Tesla? Can you do it on a stock like Apple? What about Microsoft? What about? Yes, the answer is yes, 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 yes. You can write cash secured puts on every stock out there if you want to. If there are call options trading, there are put options likely trading as well. On GameStop, it gets interesting because now you ask yourself, well, what price would I be prepared to pay for GameStop? Because as a GameStop follower, if you've been around here a while, in the last 6 months, what have you noticed? Lows of 16 something a share, highs of 25 something, 27 something a share. I mean, we've had a $10 swing here. Right now, GameStop's at $20.72. It's in the middle of this $15 to $25 range, or 16 to 26, kind of in the middle. What do you do now? Well, if you want to write puts, you could write puts on GameStop. You can write very short-term puts, or you could write medium-term puts, or you could write long-term puts. You can write puts at the money, in the money, out of the money, of course, like any other stock. But which ones would you do? Why and why? That's the proverbial question. Well, it helps if you take my courses to understand the psychology of the market, understand how this market works, understand how contracts depreciate as time crushes them into nothing, especially out of the money calls or puts. But, I was looking at different stuff. I was just, looking at different time frames and whatnot. If you want to write September calls for GameStop, this is May, so June, July, August, September, 4 months, 16, 17 weeks of time. What do you think? Well, look, you could write basically almost an at-the-money put contract. The stock is just under $21. It's $20.72. You could write a $21 put contract on this stock. You'd have to put up $2,100 in cash to write a put. But if you did write the September 21 put, you'll haul in about $4.15, $4.20, $420. So you put up $2,100 and get $410 back against $2,100. It's almost 20%. 20% would be $420 on a $2,100 investment for 4 months. Now, you're right at the money. You're not. You have no. This is virtually all premium, so this can evaporate to zero by September. If the stock stays at $21 a share, $20.72, $21.25, somewhere in that $21 neighborhood, these contracts will be almost worthless right at the end of their line. Okay, with a month to go, they'll be down to about 50 cents, 40 cents each, maybe 30 cents. obviously, if the shares go up a bit between now and September, by say early August, they're at $22 a share. These calls are $1 out of the money with about a month left to live. They're not going to be $2-3 a piece. They're not going to be $4 a piece. They're going to be 80 cents, 75 cents, because gamblers are going to say, I'll buy these puts for 75 cents each because they're $1 out of the money. They only got 4 weeks to live. So, I'll pay that much, but I'm not going to pay $4 for them. Well, you sold them for $4.20. Are you happy buying them back at 76 cents each? I would be happy. I think you'd be happy too. So if you could, in 3 months, do a turnaround and net out $350 a contract in your pocket for a $2,100 investment, net out $350 against it, that's good money. 15% would be about $3.15. This is more than 15% return in 3 months. Not bad. Now, if you can write 10 of these, you have 21 grand lying around, you could write 10 cash secured puts. You can haul in $4,200. You could just sit on that money as dry powder, do nothing with it, and wait to use a portion of that money to buy these puts back and keep the change. You could use the $4,200 to write 2 more puts, because you just added $4,200 to your account, cash balance. You could write, now you've written 12 puts. You could do that. You could use the $4,200 and buy the stock. You could use the $4,200 and buy deep in the money options, the $10 January 2025 contracts. If they're $10 each, ballpark, you could get 4 more of those and write calls on those. So you're writing calls on the $10 deep in the monies, and you're writing cash secured puts on cash at 21. This is just at 21. But you're not that aggressive, and that might not be the way you want to go. You might want to decide, Bruce, I know this stock has been down to the 16s. So you know what? I really only want to pay. I really would, if I had to buy this stuff, I would really not want to pay more than 16 or 17 for it. Okay, well, keep in mind, if you just wrote a $4.20 contract against a $21 call put option, you take that $4.20 off the $21, you're actually paying $16.80 for the stock. Are you comfortable with that? That might be good enough, you say. You'll say, oh yeah, okay, that's right. I'm only paying $16.80 for this stuff. But if you were to write $17 calls, puts, $17 puts, you're going to get a $2 premium, ballpark. Now you're paying $15 for these shares. This put contract is now compensating you where you're only paying $15 if you got exercised between now and September. That might be much more appealing to a number of you out there. Not as much cash in the door, but a much lower price to be exposed to on the stock if it has a bad week or two. Others of you, however, are going to say, Bruce, they made money last quarter. They're cutting expenses still. They're going to make money this quarter. They're going to make money the quarter after that. They're now going to make money every quarter going forward because Mr. Cohen has reduced the cost of this company being in business big time. And I believe that the shares could reach $25 to $30 a share in the next year based on the profitability of this company. Eventually, the street will come around and go, Ryan Cohen was right. By cutting costs, he made GameStop profitable. It didn't go by the way of the Blockbuster video chain. It didn't die at all. Well, if you're right and the shares go higher, these puts will crater in price. And that's what you want. And so, yeah, maybe you might write a $23 contract and say, yeah, I'm writing an in-the-money put contract, $23 a share. Hand me $5.50 a share cash right now, because that's what they'll do. You're on the hook for $17.50 on that stock. That's what you're prepared to pay for it. 23 less $5.50. It would cost you $17.50 to buy the stock. You think it's going to 30. You're prepared to pay $17.50. What a nice person you are. You do get exercised and you get the stock. What are you going to do? You're going to write $18, $19, $20 calls. 2, 3, 4 months out, you're going to bring in $3 odd a share in call premium, and away you go. Or you're just going to sell the stock in the open market and use that cash to write more puts. That's what you'll do. No matter which of these puts you write, it makes no difference. You want to go further out in time and bring in a big, fat, juicy cash premium, then you're going to look at something like maybe a January 2024 put. And you're going to perhaps write a 21-25 put. That's out of the money right now a little bit, or it's in the money, pardon me. It's in the money, about 70, 80 cents. You would receive close to $6 for that put. So you're buying it for $15.25. Would you be willing to pay $15.25 for GameStop share? If you want to write 2250s, they're in the money even a little further. They're in the money about $2, not quite, 190. You can haul in 650, 660 on those. Got to put up 2250 to get 660 back. Not quite 30% on your money, by the way. It's 28% yield gross, assuming they were worthless at the end. But you don't have to wait till January 2024 to get out of this position with a profit. You can take this position and say, you know what, Bruce, here's my thought process on this one, buddy. Here's where I'm at. I want to make $4 a contract profit. I want to make $400 net profit per contract. I'm going to sell them at 660 and I'm going to buy them at 260. That's my range. When they go down to 260, I will buy these back and I will write another set of put contracts that get me 660. And that might be March of 2024, April of 2024, whichever one that is. I will write those and I will take $4 off of those contracts. If it takes me 3 months for me to clear $4 a contract, so be it. I'm going to write 10 of them. That's $4,000 per turnaround. I'm going to write 10 at a time, bringing in 6,600, buying them back for 2,600, clearing $4,000 every so many months. Do 100 of them. You got that kind of money lying around? Write 100 of them and bring in some serious dough in 3-4 months. So again, income from cash secured puts is available on any stock you want to play. The catch is, there's always a catch. The more expensive the stock you're trying to write put contracts on, the more cash you're going to need to put up to be able to write puts. And if you want to do the leverage game where every penny makes you $100, you have to write 100 puts. To write 100 puts on a $4 put contract is a lot cheaper than on a $24 contract. That's the difference. It's 6 times more expensive. So if you've got 40 grand lying around, you can write 100 $4 SoFi puts. You got 50 grand lying around, you can write 100 SoFi puts with a $5 strike price. Pick the expiry date you want. It doesn't matter. Go out as far as you want. On GameStop, you want to write 100 put contracts that are 20s, that are 15s, that are 25s. You're going to need $150,000, $200,000, $250,000. So, hey, how much capital you got? Do you want to put that kind of capital at risk? It's up to you. The cash secured put contract trade is a more expensive trade to get into because, of course, as we've talked about here numerous times, if you want to leverage up your capital, you got $40,000 and you want to write options on that $40,000. You could buy, in theory, 1,000 deep in the money calls. Maybe on GameStop. Maybe you can get 40. Let's say at $45,000, you get 40 $10 January 2025 GameStop calls. And you can now write 40 calls on those calls. And if you can bring in $350 a call by going far out in time, enough out in time, fair enough, at a strike price that's ahead of this market a little bit, bring in $350 a contract. That's $350 times 40 contracts. It's $14,000. So you're going to bring in $14,000 in cash with $45,000 of cash at risk, buying a contract, the $10 calls, 90-10 in the money. Smart move. Conservative, smart move. The risk gamble, the price of the stock. You're now gambling the price of the stock against your worth. However, by buying these deep in the money calls and writing the calls I've suggested, you've hauled in $14,000 of protection against your portfolio. So the shares could go down in value such that the 350 premium you got will give you 350 downside protection on your stock price or your deep in the money option price. Obviously, if the shares drop a couple of dollars in the next few weeks, these 350 calls will be quickly 175, 185, 190, maybe a little lower than that. You will begin to look at those and go, oh, I might buy those back at $1.50 or so and write another 40 contracts that are down the road a ways in time for another 350 premium. That's a $2 bump in money into your hands. That's $8,000, 40 contracts, 200 a piece. You just added $8,000 cash to your account. So you had 14,000 plus 8, you now have 22,000 cash on hand if you've done nothing with it. What could you do now? Well, you could buy 22 more calls, maybe be able to buy 25 more calls because the stock has gone down. Those calls to buy, those deep in the money calls are cheaper. You might be able to write 25 additional contracts at $350 a piece. Hello. Talk about moving up this account. Again, you've got many choices in front of you. What is your income objective? What do you need to live on? What is your risk tolerance level? What timing are you willing to go with? How active do you want to be or inactive do you want to be? Can you control yourself? Once you've done the position, are you able to cross your arms and do nothing, perhaps for months, because you've locked in a beautiful trade? You have locked in a wonderful trade. The catch now is you have to live with that position. For some of you, the answer is, no, I can't do that. And others, yes, it is. I can do this. But the way I'll do this is I'm going to travel. My wife and I are going to travel, and that's going to keep us active and keep my mind off of the moment to moment trading activity of the market. I don't have to worry about it. I won't get itchy fingers and trade something stupidly. Others of you will say, you know what, Bruce? I love you, man. I really do. I think you're great. You're helping me make this extra income. But you know what you're telling me? You're telling me that I could make this money, quote, on the side while I still work. But I don't have to work for the man that I've been working for the last 15, 10 years, 5 years. I can be self-employed, or I can be a consultant, or I'm just working part-time. I don't even want the career that I'm into right now. I'm fed up with this damn place. People have been getting raises around me, promotions around me, and I have been kept in this slop for too long. Screw these bastards. I'm out of here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work at a Starbucks. I'm just going to work at a Starbucks with these university kids, and I'm just going to clear my mind out of all the stress of this crap at the office. And I'm going to make my 15, 16, 18 bucks an hour, whatever they pay me. And I'm happy putting in 4 hours a day. That's good for me. I'm going to work 4 days a week, 4 hours a day, 16 hours a week. Hand me $300 a week, $1,200 a month, a little pocket money on the side. I'm making majority of my dough from these options, but I don't have to trade them second to second. I love this. That might be the plan. What's the plan? You make the plan. You set the terms and conditions of your employment. If you're going to be working from home as a kind of a freelance, whatever it is you are, for companies you used to work for, competitors of companies you used to work for, completely different industries, but the same kind of job you used to work for, well, God bless you for it. Go out there and get it. You can find work, certainly through LinkedIn and everything else, all the social media out there. You will find work. If you've got, you know what you're doing, you're going to find it. And you might find that, you know what, Bruce, I'm only working 20 hours a week from home. That's all I'm prepared to do. And you know what? I'm charging double the hourly rate I used to get paid at my old job. Bottom line is I make just as much money as I used to make for 40 hours a week, working only 20 hours a week. And then I got this option thing on the side, and I can hang out with you during the day. And I'm watching your classes. And you know what, man? Let's have one-on-ones once a month and just kind of have a one-on-one session together just to kind of refresh my memory, keep me on the straight and narrow. I'm prepared to work under these conditions. This is great. If I can help you do that, fabulous. What I love is when people contact me and say, Bruce, my wife and I want to have a one-on-one with you. We just want to refresh our, where we're at. We'll let you know what we're doing and make sure we're not making mistakes. We're staying on our path. But the one-on-one that we'd like to have with you, maybe this Saturday or Tuesday, we're in Rio de Janeiro. We're in Zurich. We're in Tokyo. We're in Las Vegas. We're in Seattle. We're in Berlin. We're traveling, man. We're traveling. And so when we have one-on-ones with you, we don't know where we're going to be when we do it. But when we do the one-on-one with you, it is because of you. We are out here in the world, traveling the world comfortably. Thank you very much. You've changed our lives. Talk about it. Does that appeal to any of you out there? Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. It's all good. The beauty of this option market, it doesn't matter whether you're a gambler, you're a real conservative, you want to get out of your day job, you want to stay in your day job, you want to change your day job, you want to do whatever, you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, it doesn't matter. The option market is open to all in any way you want it to be working for you. The trick is to understand it and to comprehend it and to analyze it for your needs to make it work for you. And that's why the trades you make, the positions you take in the option market has to fit your tolerance level. And if I can help you get there, giddy up, kids. Giddy up. Maybe cash secured puts are the way to go for you guys. Maybe for some of you, you've sworn by it. You say, oh, yes. I'm definitely doing it with cash secured puts, Bruce. Absolutely. I don't even mind getting exercised. As a matter of fact, Bruce, I love writing cash secured puts. And when I do get exercised, I actually want to be exercised on some of the puts that I've written because they're so juicy in my favor that by the time I do get exercised, I'm still ahead on the damn trade. I love this. And now I'm an option writer on the call side. It's great, and I don't mind getting exercised on the call side. I love the premiums and the exercise price. It all depends on your tolerance level for action, risk, reward, timing, what have you. Welcome to the party, pal. Glad you're here. It's great to see you guys, as always. Thank you, those of you who have been giving me a thumbs ups without me begging for them again. Thank you. Yesterday, we had 266 thumbs ups come in here. I was open for 200. We ended up with 266. You guys are incredible. We have 96 right now. Don't let Mr. Strickland catch you wandering the hallways without having given me a thumbs up, because Strickland is handing out those pink sheets again. Don't get caught. That guy never had hair. That is the reaction, and that is the reality. What can I say? Thank you guys about being here and hanging out with us. Thank you for those of you who have become members of this channel. Those of you who are subscribers to this channel. New subscribers, welcome, by the way. We've been adding some new subscribers the last couple of days here. Thank you for becoming part of this family here. If you would like to comment on my live chat, you can do so as a viewer, but only until I hit the button that says members only, and that has just been hit here. Generally speaking, to be a commentator on this channel, you need to be a member. We try to keep trolls away as best we can from experience. And you can become a member of this channel at 2 levels. You can become a member of this channel as a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member, or you can become a member of this channel by being a Gold Bagel member, if you like. Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member, $10 a month, and you get to comment all you want, anytime you want. If you're a Gold Bagel member of this channel, you get a few extra perks. Not only do you get the comment, you also get to join me every morning at 8 o'clock Eastern for the Trade Alert Show, which is exclusively for Gold Bagel members, and Wednesday evenings, Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce, which this coming Wednesday in 6 days will be at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. New time, 6 p.m. Eastern 3 o'clock California time every Wednesday. And you're welcome to join us anytime. Thank you all for your participation of this channel and hanging out with us and being here. The folks generally who are members over here that you see talking all the time, these members are option writers. They've probably taken all 15 of my classes. Most of these, a good number of these folks, were literally the students during the live presentation of the original classes themselves and are still here writing options 2 years later after we started this whole thing. This channel went live January 2021 during the height and hype of the markets. People were stuck at home at the time. People were worried, wondering how does the market work? What's a bid? What's an ask? What's a market order? What's a limit order? All this sort of stuff. I went live to try to explain the stock markets in plain English to people January 2021, and following the GameStop story, following all the other meme stocks out there, because it was just dominating the financial markets. But very quickly, I began to realize that on this channel, there were a number of folks who were keenly interested in not losing their butts on every trade they were making. And so what we ended up doing here, what I ended up doing was to introduce the viewers of this channel to the membership concept and writing options against your portfolio. And a lot of people didn't like it and left. But so what they wanted from me was, tell me the stock that's going to go up tenfold today, so I can take $5,000, turn into 50 grand, and pay off my credit cards. That's all I want you to tell me, Bruce. Don't tell me anything about the markets, and don't talk to me about interest rates, and don't tell me why I have to care about this or that or anything else. I'm just looking for a fast hit. And I let those people go because that's not my style. But the folks who've been sticking around here now for 2 years have been writing options on their stock portfolios and have been hauling in money. And they've been able to compound it and compound it and compound it. We now have viewers who are writing hundreds of contracts a month versus tens of contracts per month, and are hauling in dollars they had never thought possible from the stock market. They cannot believe how much cash they can haul in from gamblers on the options exchange who are only interested in buying call options to try to make a quick buck. The lottery ticket option players is what I'm talking about. They come in all shapes and sizes. There are lottery winners or lottery gamblers that only have a couple $100 per contract to spend. And then there are others who have thousands of dollars per position to spend. It's incredible how much money is in the options market. No matter how many options you want to write, you cannot dominate the options market. You might have a big order for 5 or 10 minutes that might muck up the system for a bit, but generally speaking, this derivatives market, this options market is so massive, with trillions of dollars at play at all times, with millions of gamblers in the game at all times. You are but a tiny little pea in the pod to make a few bucks on the market. But being an option writer, the best thing about it is you can be an option writer from the comfort of your house, apartment, condo, your mother's basement, if that's where you're at, an RV, a hotel room, the toilet. It doesn't matter where you are. No matter where you physically are located, if you have something like this, some device that allows you to make phone calls and search the internet, anything like this, any brand, you can be an option writer anywhere in this planet as long as you have internet. And what I've been able to help people achieve is freedom, absolute physical freedom from being chained to a desk, a career, a job, a boss that is unrelenting, a company's philosophy that just drives you up the wall, co-workers that are bullies, co-workers that are connivers, you name it. The worst of scenarios, I've been able to get a lot of people away from that and to be independent, control their lives, control their finances. The other thing that we've been able to do here is to educate the viewers of this channel through these interactions here and also through my classes, to get you to understand that Just because you have money in a 401k through your employer, or you have money in an IRA, or you inherited some money or shares from a relative once or something, and all of these assets that you've got out there are being handled for you by professional money managers, there is no guarantee that you can't not do better than they do for you. There are people on this channel who tell me all the time, Bruce, the last 15 years, my average return on my money has been blah, blah, blah. But what they don't understand, and what they now do understand, hanging around here a while, is they figured out that for the last 15 years, they have coughed up tens of thousands of dollars, in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars in fees, invisible fees, the fees you do not get shown that easily. You got to dig this stuff up. The fees that people have been charged for their money management services have been astronomical. And it is no wonder that so many Americans, Canadians, and others, when they reach retirement age, they look at their accounts and they're going, I thought I'd be $300,000-400,000 further ahead than I am right now. Why don't I have $800,000 sitting here? Why am I at $450,000? Or why am I at $275,000 and not at $600,000? Where did all this money go? Well, it invisibly gets taken away from you every month through management fees. And then there are fees on fees on fees. You don't see this stuff. Inside these funds are all kinds of admin fees. What I'm trying to help out here is to get people to take their accounts and control their accounts entirely by themselves, and eliminate these management fees, which is minimum 2% per year on the value of your portfolio, not on how you're doing, what they're worth. No matter what they say to you, oh, we only make money when you make money. No. There are fees buried in these firms that you will never find out. It just comes out of the performance. At the end of the day, if you want to maximize your money's performance, you have to manage your money. It's as simple as that. You want to buy a second house and rent it, you're the landlord. And if you're the landlord, you have to make sure the sink doesn't leak. You have to make sure the furnace works. You have to collect the rent. But you get to keep the money. You get all the money. You're the landlord. You're doing the job. Well, you're going to be the landlord of your money. That's what I'm trying to get you to become, is the landlord of your dough, and not give away anything to anyone else. It all comes to you. And it doesn't sound like a lot. 2% a year doesn't sound like a lot. And it's actually much more than that, by the way. It's not 2% a year. But over the next 10 or 15 years, if I've been able to get you into self-managing your own wealth, and you don't pay management fees for the next 15 years to anybody else, and it's all yours, you're going to compound all your money and turn it over, including the money you would have sent for fees, all to your benefit. This adds up dramatically. It is inconceivable how much money comes your way the 5th year, the 6th year, the 8th year, the 9th year, the 13th year. The compounding effect of you managing your own wealth and adding to it more than takes any expense away from you trying to figure out how to do it. If you want to follow me and the group here and understand what we're talking about, ultimately what you want to do is hang out here, check out my classes on my website. There are 15 of them so far. There are more coming. They cost you $150 a class. You can take one at a time, whenever you want. You can watch it as many times as you want. They're 1.5 hours to 2 hours long each. So we're talking about 30 plus hours of instruction that's waiting for you at $150 a class. This is the cheapest college course ever offered that you've ever figured out, because your kids and friends of yours with children, relatives of yours with children, the university and college costs that they're enduring and will endure over the next 10 or 15 years, hundreds of thousands of dollars for a goddamn degree from a college that will not guarantee them a job whatsoever. You know it, and I know it, because we know graduates who have no jobs, or they work for minimum wage, and they're in the hole, how many tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. You want to take control of your life, then step up and don't be a slacker. Don't be what Strickland thought you were going to be. Don't be that person. Take control of your life. Grab some of these classes. Take a class a week. Whatever. Hang out here for a little while. Start writing options. You'll figure it out very quickly. You'll go, oh, this isn't so hard. And once you've written 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, you'll kind of go, I see what he's talking about now. Oh, that's what that means. Oh, yeah. Okay, I pay attention when it's my money. When it's theoretically someone else's money, I don't pay much attention. But when it's my money on the line, I pay attention to what's going on. That is the great equalizer. You'll quickly figure out if this is for you or not. When you start making money writing options, you'll quickly realize this is for me. This is definitely for me. Because how many times have you gone out and bought stock on a hot tip and gotten burned? How many times? How many thousands of dollars have people lost in the marketplace that either it's you or someone you know, or many people you know, have just gotten their butts handed to them because they heard about a hot tip and they were the last ones in. Writing options means you sell first, you buy back later. And so you sell at the high and you buy at the low. It's the reverse. It's the opposite. This is the George Costanza of investing. You're now going to join what pension funds do, what hedge funds do, what mutual funds do all the time. You are now going to join the guys and gals in the high-rise buildings in Manhattan, in Frankfurt, in Milan, in Tokyo, in Shanghai. The financial centers of the world is where these option writers are, these professionals handling billions of dollars of stock all the time and writing gazillions of options. You are going to do it with your account. 1 option here, 3 here, 5 here, 15 here, 20 here. You are going to nickel and dime your way to wealth. And you're going to avoid paying fees to other people who can't give you returns like you can give your own self returns. You're in control of your life, and you can do this from any physical location in the world for the rest of your life. Welcome to the party, pal. We open for trading in 3 minutes. Larry Titus is going to hit the bells. Let's get this thing going. We're down 218 on the Dow. You know what this means? Down 218 points on the Dow. Well, depends on what channel you're hanging out with here on this in YouTube land. If you're watching CNBC, they're talking about the Dow down 218 points. If you're watching channels out there that are talking about buying stock that's going to go to the mother of all trading values because of short squeezes and incredible results and everything else, they're not having a good day today because the Dow is down 218 points. On this channel, everyone is smiling. Every viewer I have is sitting here going, this is great. The market is going down today because they've already sold. They're looking to buy back their calls. All the viewers of this channel are sitting here who have written call options, who've written put options. They're looking to buy their contracts back for less money. We love down days. They're great. They accelerate returns. Normally, the markets are flat, go up a little bit, and time is our weapon of choice. Time makes us richer. Today, it's time and a dipping market. And sometimes markets dip in the morning, rise in the afternoon, dip the next day. Sometimes they rise in the morning, dip during the day. They do it all. The markets do everything. We don't care. We don't let it get to us around here. We just sit back and go, you just tell me what direction you want to go, and I can make money in this market. It doesn't matter. Stocks go up, we make money. Stocks go down, we make money. Stocks don't move, we make money. We're option writers. We're totally different than anybody else. There is no other channel like this that I know of that is this active with discussions of option writing live during the market. And I don't trade. I don't have a conflict of interest with any of you. I'm not trading against your positions. I'm not pumping and dumping anything. I'm just here commenting on what's going on, trying to figure it out with you. You guys are the ones doing the trading, and you let me know what you're up to, and I'll give you my reaction. Many people ask me my opinion. What do you think of this trade? I'll do the best I can to help you out, figure it out. If you want to have a one-on-one session with me, great. Love to have a one-on-one with you anytime you want. I'll be on the camera over here. You'll be on the camera over there, and we can chat for an hour about your specific situation, the life position you're in, because life changes all the time. When you're in your 20s, It was all different than when you're in your 40s, and it's all different when you're in your 60s. I know that. I'm 67. I've been through it all. So you want to get a mentor one-on-one session, you let me know. Send me an email, brucefermer@hotmail.com. Here it is. Send me an email and let me know you'd like to have a one-on-one. We'll set one up at your convenience and we'll get together. If you want to take classes, head over here, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. There's my website. Everything is down below in the description. If you scroll it up, you'll find the names of all 15 classes down there. You can go to this website and you can then order your class one by one whenever you want and watch them again and again and again whenever you like. All right. Thank you all so much for being here today. Thank you for these thumbs ups already. Thank you, Larry Titus, for hitting the bells. We're up and running here. We're open. We're running, baby. We've got 118 thumbs ups. We're gunning for 200 today. So don't be a slacker. Don't let Strickland catch you in the hallway without having given me a thumbs ups already, because he's gunning for you. He doesn't like the way you play your guitar. He doesn't like the way you wear your clothes. He thinks your dad was a slacker, and he thinks your friends are slackers, and you're a slacker too. So don't get caught being a slacker. Hit the thumbs up button and help us out. Thank you very, very much. Oh, let's see how it's going. Mr. Premium the Option, 115 thumbs ups. Larry Titus, bingo, we're open. Thank you. It says JR, we're running, we're up, we're going. We're open for business. How is it going? How is this market doing this morning? Let's find out. There's only one way to know. Well, let's take a look at the quotes and see what's going on. Why not? What the hey? We're down 229 on the Dow this morning. We're off 215. We're off 15 on S&P. We're up 6 points on NASDAQ. It's a mixed bag. Crude oil down 123 to 71.33 a barrel. The Saudis cut production. OPEC cut production. All the shills for the oil companies were promoting oil. It was going to $130 a barrel because the U.S. driving season was going to be a record. There's going to be RVs everywhere. Everyone's going to be burning gas. It's just going to be great. $71 a barrel. How much would you like? It's everywhere. Oil is drowning the world right now. There's oil all over the place. The Russians are trying to unload oil like you cannot believe. 10 million barrels a day they're trying to unload. Nobody really wants it. Yeah, there are countries that are buying some of it, but not all of it. The Russians are drowning in their own oil. We're going to go lower on oil, no matter what you hear, no matter what they try to sell you, no matter what they try to convince you is going on. They're full of crap. They're all paid to tell you this news. I don't get paid by anybody. Okay, I get paid by my viewers, the memberships of this channel. That's how I stay on the air. No commercials. I don't have sponsors. You notice any corporate logos here? I'm not sponsored by anybody. The shills out there are pushing oil left, right, and center to try to run that market, and it's not working. 71.33 a barrel right now in Texas. Very, very interesting. Well, isn't this fun? GameStop is 2072. It's up or down 4 cents. Let me just double check here. Maybe I'm a little off on my quote. Hang on. I've got SoFi 539 down 9 cents. I've got Tesla down $1.30. GameStop up 9 cents, 2086. I got Unity up 177. We got AI down 16 cents. We have Rocket Lab up 3.5 cents this morning again, 415.5. Climbed yesterday. It's climbing again. The Dow's down 270. Apple down 32 cents. Google's up $3, $115. Moderna, $130, down 83 cents. Cisco down 13 cents. Pfizer off 50 cents, getting cheaper and cheaper and more attractive all the time. 37.36 on Pfizer. The company's PE multiple is 7.4. That is a really cheap paper. IBM down 61 cents, 121.40. ATIP down 4/10 of a penny. Cyxtera unchanged. HPQ down 30 cents. Microsoft down 4.51 today. Interesting there. 307.80. The company was not giving raises to any of its employees. They announced yesterday that all full-time employees will not get a raise, not even for inflation. That means it's a pay cut for all of Microsoft's employees around the world. This isn't just USA. This is global. They are still saying, oh, yeah, there'll be promotions. There'll be bonuses. There'll be stock rewards, but no pay increase. And so for the average grunt in Microsoft, if you are not in upper management, you are taking a pay cut. That is exactly what's going on, and I do not know if there's a way that Microsoft can make it up through other means to offset inflation. For some folks out there who are in Europe, we're talking about 8 to 10 to 12% inflation and no pay raise from Microsoft. This is a huge disappointment. And I can imagine that the attitude of Microsoft employees has got to be dropping like a rock. And they're asking themselves, am I going to stick around much longer with this attitude? Could I do better elsewhere? For those Microsoft employees out there who are sitting on shares of the company that they've earned, boy, isn't it a good idea to think about writing call options against your stock and hauling in the income you could be hauling in from a pay increase? Getting kind of important. There are those out there, I know it. There are people out there who have 10,000 shares of Microsoft, 5,000 shares of Microsoft, 3,000 shares of Microsoft. They've earned these shares over decades. They shouldn't be working anymore. There is no need for someone with 5,000 shares of Microsoft to have a day job. None. They could be writing 50 calls at a time on Microsoft. They could be hauling in 20,000 a month in premiums easily, conservatively, and not have to work anymore. They don't know it. They don't know this channel exists. They don't know that option writing is actually doable for these people. These are people who have their shares and all their other funds in managed accounts, and they're being told, you're doing the right thing. You're growing your wealth this way. Your retirement will be wonderful. Retirement could have been 5 years ago. They didn't realize it. They've been working their butts off for 5 years through COVID, through all kinds of stress. Now not even getting a raise. Get the hell out of there. Get a hold of me ASAP and change your life, for crying out loud. I just don't understand it. There are people out there who could, in theory, make a few subtle adjustments to their portfolios, and they could acquire shares of Microsoft. They could acquire enough shares to get to 1,500 shares, 2,000 shares, and start writing a boatload of contracts on that position and quickly get ready to leave their day jobs. If only they knew. They don't know I exist. They don't know we're here. They don't know about the classes. And it makes sense because right here, there's about 200 people watching me live right now, and 20 million people are not watching me live right now. How many of the 20 million people out there that could be watching this show right now, how many of those could be option writers if only they knew it existed? Has your broker ever called you? Have any of you ever had a phone call, a text message, an email from an advisor, a financial advisor, saying to you, hey, I notice you have this, and this in your portfolio. Why don't we get together and put together an option writing campaign to enhance your revenues of your account? None of you have got that email, phone call, text message. Not one of you, ever. There are people who will watch this show right here, right now, who are watching right now. You have relatives in the business. You have a relative that's a stockbroker, that's an asset manager, a wealth advisor, somehow connected with a bank, an investment bank, whatever. They're in the business. And I bet you, one, you've never talked to that. You've never heard that person talk about writing options, number one. Number two, I will bet you that some of you on this channel right here, watching this guy right now, have tried to talk to your relatives about what we do over here. You talk to them about this channel and how we talk about writing options on stock you already own, and they look at you like you're out of outer space. They are horrified at the mere thought that you might be in the options market because they've been so brainwashed by, I guess, their managers in New York who don't dare want them to think out of the box. Don't you dare talk to customers about taking control of their money. We want to control their money. They are completely brainwashed that writing options is the devil's work. It's incredible to me how many people tell me this one-on-one on the one-on-one consultations I have. they say to me, oh yeah, I tried to talk to my uncle about this, or I have a cousin of mine who's been a broker for 15 years, never written an option, wouldn't know how to do it, isn't licensed to write options. Can't believe that people do this. It's mind-numbing to me. It's absolutely mind-numbing. Some of you here watching me, who've been here for a while, and others who are new to this channel, because there are always new people coming through here, you guys only need to make a few adjustments to your asset base to be able to increase the revenue coming into your household dramatically. You might be holding the wrong stock or the wrong investment to not be able to write options on it. And you might just need to make a few adjustments. You might just need to get your hands on either some shares of a stock or some deep in the money calls on a stock. Very conservative strategy. And then write out of the money call options short term. You could theoretically be in a position, some of you here, to haul in $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month in added income that you don't know you can bring in, which will change the dynamic of your cash flow in the house dramatically. Now, it might be that the changes you'll end up making are all inside an IRA. That's okay, because if you can add $5,000 or $10,000 a month to your IRA's growth now, better do that now, because eventually you're going to be leaning on that for everything. On the other hand, some of you out there have the ability to raise a couple $100,000 to write contracts on that money to change your cash flow situation outside the IRA. In other words, to replace income from other sources. Some of you out there have assets that are bringing you income, but the income that's coming in isn't sufficient for you to live off of it, or certainly not enough to change your lifestyle. Whereas if you unloaded that asset and replaced it with the assets you could use to write options on, you might be able to triple or quadruple or even more the income coming out of the money that you have at work out there. It's time for you to assess what is the return of the capital that you've got at work. Is it generating the money you should be generating? You only go around one time. You can't replay this in 25 years, you know. We're here and we're gone. Time will take us out. Time to make the money immediately on the money you have. Make it pay you. You got to get ruthless with your money. You cannot be sentimental about it. Don't feel sorry for your money. Don't be sorry for an asset you've been carrying for a while. Get the hell out of there. It's nothing personal. It's business, and make it pay. Maybe the option premium game is where you got to go. All right, that's me ranting and raving and ranting. We're down 278 on the Dow right now. We're down 1291 on the S&P. We're down 5.98 on NASDAQ. We're down $1 on oil. That is where we're at right now. Mr. Premium of the Option says, Disney stinker just hit, sold a contract for $450, just bought that thing back for 41 cents. That means $450 came in and $41 went out to keep the difference. Not a bad return. JR, Mr. Premium of the Option, same thing. 41 cents seems to be the stink bid of the morning. Another nice way to go. Pulse Guitar says, my Uncle Bruce, my uncle is a Merrill Lynch $300,000 per year bigwig. Never once did he mention any of the info I've gotten from you. Guess who's now my favorite uncle? Well, how about that? This is unbelievable. Way to go, guys. JR, this is one of those unfold my arms and check my options money-making days. Giddy up. Giddy up. Let's see what else is going on. What else is happening here? Juicy, spicy Android. Spicy Android. Uncle Bruce, I'm looking at this right. Am I looking at this right? Sell 50 deep in the money calls that expire next week on GameStop for $10 each. I'll bring in 50 grand with an average cost of $20. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. Not exactly sure what you are asking me for sure here. Something there doesn't sound right because you're not going to make 50 grand in a week doing that. Something there isn't right. Okay. What else is going on? Oh, kids, cover your ears, says JR. Bruce is out there. What else going on here? Dude face. That's right. We're doing very well. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Splair, I'm still learning. Let's see. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh, Maxman. Maxman was trying to give me a hard time. Don't you ever update all the bombs you've ever recommended us? Don't you ever update ATIP? Don't you ever update Spire? Don't you ever talk about Matterport? You know, all the oldies. Don't you ever do that? Well, you know what, Maxman? You don't hang around here very much. You've obviously popped in for the morning to say, screw you. And you've probably popped in here to go, you're just a loser. And I'm gonna make that point by not being a member of this channel, and I was going to talk, well, as long as you let me talk without being a member. You know, if you hung out here a little while, you would hear all about these stocks all the time. I talk about them all the time. I still recommend the 8 SPACs that I talked about. They're no longer SPACs now. They're all former. Once upon a time, they used to be SPACs. And yes, they're all down in price. As a matter of fact, the entire stock market is down in price from November 2021. If you are paying any attention to the market hit all-time highs October, November 2021. Those were the highest market levels of the bull market ever set, and we're nowhere near that right now. In anything, all stocks are down more or less. There's exceptions, of course. But as the overall indexes, they've all backed off. And if you're following SPACs, I don't know how many, 700 of them, 600, I forget the number of SPACs that are out there. My guess is a very high number of them are down from their highs and are lower than where they were 2 years ago. There's many reasons for it, many. Some the companies never should have gone public in the first place. Some of the reasons are the market itself is lower. Another one is higher interest rates and a tighter money supply. Another reason is the SEC just nailing SPACs with all kinds of onerous rules and refiling requirements that every SPAC had to go through to, quote, protect investors. The SEC has caused more damage to SPACs than SPACs have ever caused to investors, in my humble opinion. But be that as it may, the 8 companies that I still talk about that were once SPACs, I still recommend them. And around here, what have a good number of my viewers done? They've kept buying these items, these stocks, and they've averaged down their price. Simple. You just buy them up and bring your average down. And if there's a partial recovery on these stocks down the road, a year from now, they're all making money. But then again, I said to folks at the very beginning in 2021, if you're going to put money into any of these SPACs that I'm talking about, you better be prepared to lose it all, because this is money that you have to be prepared to live without, because you're not buying IBM, you're not buying Apple, you're buying companies that either are SPACs or were SPACs and will continue now to go forward in their own way. And you have to be prepared to take the ups and downs of that investment. And that is how I have issued it, how I've talked about them consistently, and I haven't changed my tune one iota. But hey, if you think it's all hooey, it's your call. Think what you want. It's okay. It's the market. It's all right. You're free to think what you want. Anyway, there you have it. Welcome, everybody. I sold my poor man covered call on Unity, says Matthew. Wing Commander, Wall Street projects Microsoft to grow by 12% a year. They made 7%. Not giving raises is not going to fill the gap. Smart Rent is up, says Bobby Atkinson. Smart Rent, Bruce. Smart Rent. Check it out. Check it out. Smart Rent. Smart Rent. We're at $3.15, up 45 cents a share. Giddy up. Good morning, Uncle Bruce and all. I'm number 132 and number 134, says Aurora. Kaiser Trip. Uncle Bruce, I imagine you sitting around the Grand Caymans having a powwow with a group of people discussing option strats, having your head up the options group for a company, heading up an options group. Folks, I don't know why Smart Rent is up. I would like to be able to tell you the actual reason. I'm going to take a look at the Smart Rent quote a little bit more here. see if I can find what's going on. It's $3.20 a share over here on Market Watch. We have traded now 559,000 shares. Not a lot of stock. Is there a thingy? Smart rent, any announcement, anything, anywhere? I got nothing. I know that their numbers came out. I know they're doing well. I know they're growing beautifully. I know this company is going to be incredibly profitable. I all know that. You all know that. You know that. I know that. We both know this. The Dow's down 375, and it's incredible how this one is up 50 cents. Matterport is up 4. Aspire's down 0.3 of a penny. ME is down 4 cents. Cyxtera is down a half a penny. ATIP down a half a penny. There's nothing else going on any of the other 8 SPACs we follow. SoFi's down 26 cents, actually. So I don't know what the story is on SmartRent per se. Am I happy? Yes, I am. Am I hopeful it'll continue? I sure am hopeful. If any of you out there have any news on it, let me know. If there's something you found, let me know, right? A couple of big red candles on SoFi says deuce caboose. I ain't mad at SoFi today. I'm not mad at SmartRent today. Very nice says, dude. JR, you know, Bruce, I used to have school nightmares, old job nightmares, car brakes don't work nightmares, and still have some subbing nightmares, but never have I had an options nightmare because the moolah is rolling in. Nice. Uncle Bruce, don't waste your spit. Matthew, off 9% pop. I'll take the money and run. Kaiser, SoFi down on banking worries again. What year? 1984. I bought January option at $1 way back when. If they continue the upward motion, I will be able to sell for a $10,000 gain. I love this. I have no idea what option we're talking about there. Vash, what if someone saw the SmartRent numbers and closed their short position? Would that cause a little run up? Yeah. Which will come back down when they're closed? Maybe not. It could be a large investor getting in. It could be a Ryan Cohen kind of a person, group, organization, buying up the stock, getting in. I do not know. We may find out in the very near future about what's going on here. This is most interesting. Where am I here? I'm going to edit my watch list on this thing. SmartRent. Move this all the way up to here. There we go. We are done. We're up 52 cents a share on SmartRent. Volume now, 599,000. The low of the day, 267. The high of the day, 330. Now, 322 at the moment. I do not know what is causing the move. Pardon me. Let me double check another little thing. I'm going to see if I can find anything here. I doubt these guys have anything on it. Let's head over there. And there we go. Nothing there. Let's go here to SmartRent. SMRT, if I recall. Yeah, there it is. We're up 20%. 20.7% higher, 602,000 volume, according to CNBC. We're at 326 a share, up 56 cents a share. And I'm going to look at any kind of announcement. There's nothing here at CNBC at all. There's no announcement. There's nothing official. 327 now, 607,000. That's what I have on SmartRent. All right. Okay. Richard says a target price raised to 5 from 4 on SmartRent. Splair, the sharp pullbacks on SoFi and GameStop are now unexpected for me. GameStop pullback, says Touchgrass. GameStop right now is down 17 cents at 20.59. SoFi down 28 to 520. Unity is up 297. We have AI down 18 cents. We've got Rocket Lab up 14 cents again today, and we're down 369 on the Dow, down 23 on S&P, down 15 on NASDAQ, down $1 on oil. There's where we're at this morning. SmartRent, those of you who are in the SmartRent, who've been holding on to it, who've been patiently waiting it out, averaging down on it, you're getting rewarded this morning. Will this last? I don't know. It could go higher. Yeah, sure it could. A lot higher? Yes, very much so. Is this all the stock can do if a short seller gets bought in? No. But it all depends on how many shares the short seller was short. If this is even a short seller, I really can't tell you if this is a short seller being bought back in or not. Most interesting. I know that the only number I have for how many shares are short, 9.1 million, which is about 6% of the float. Public float, 154 million shares. Smart rent now 332, new high range on the day. We seem to be touching the new high of 333 at the moment. Volume on smart rent now 673,000. The volume continues to come in, and we're up 60 cents a share on smart rent. Nice to see one of the former SPACs break out. But again, I can't tell you who's doing it. I can't tell you why they're doing it. But someone is putting up some cash and they're buying it up. Sweet move, says JR. Price target raised to 5 from 4. Okay. She's up 56 cents. Uncle Bruce, you'll get to see it in 15 minutes. Sheepy investor, I have a poor man cover call on Tesla. $50, January 25. I'm up on over 45% now. Should I roll to get cheaper ones like 100s? Well, Sheepy investor, if you can do this under the 90-10 rule, that whatever contract you buy is in the 90-10 rule, don't overpay. And if it's possible that by moving out of one poor man cover call and going into the other one, can you ultimately get two of them? Can you double your position and write more contracts? That is the ultimate win-win-win position. So check your option chain on that, all right? The Dow is off 373. S&P is down 24. NASDAQ's down just 20. The NASDAQ is down 0.17 of a percentage point. S&P is down 0.57 of a percentage point. And the Dow Jones is off 1.09%, all right? The winner this morning is Smart Rent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Smart Rent, Jen, up 61 cents to 331. I'm delighted. I am absolutely delighted. It's up 61 cents, 22%. They came out with their numbers the other night, and I like them. I have talked about Smart Rent a zillion times about the fact that this is going to become a very profitable company, incredibly profitable.
Yeah.
And I have a suspicion someone on the street somewhere
heard you,
has figured this out. They figured it on their own. Maybe they heard me. They heard me, but they believe me, but they don't trust me. Or they trust me, but they don't believe me. But they found out from someone else they trust and believe, and someone's buying up the stock. Now, is it possible that this is a short seller panicking? But only 692,000 traded. It's possible we do have a brokerage firm saying to a short seller, hey, listen, you're short 1 million shares. We want you to cover now. We're buying you in on the market. But I don't think that's the case. I kind of get the impression that this is a wave of buying, maybe from one buyer, a Ryan Cohen kind of a person, not that particular person, but maybe a hedge fund, a mutual fund, and an asset manager, someone is loading up. But I'm surprised they're loading up as aggressively as they are. That's the tip off to me here is when you see too much movement and not enough volume. Like I'd like to see 5 million shares traded. There's only 700,000 traded. 20% move on only 600,000 shares. Something is not right. That means it's a panic buying wave. There's someone in a hurry is buying up the stock. Some more than somebody. A group. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, Sheepy, Richard Carlin. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Larry Titus. Good morning, Jen. Vash, I assume a short seller on Smart Rent because the volume isn't that much, but barely 30 minutes into the market, and it's about to break the 10-day average of 700,000 shares a day. Yes, this again is somebody, either a person or an organization or a group of people are in a hurry to buy Smart Rent in a very big hurry.
Well,
that's unusual.
Stock is tightly held. There's just not very much around. So
there's that. There's a million reasons why.
A million reasons in the dirty city.
You listen to Auntie Jen, people. There you go. There you have it. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, Matterport is up 4 cents today. It's the only other SPAC other than Rocket Lab. These are the three SPACs that are moving up. Former SPACs that we have: Rocket Lab, Smart Rent, Matterport. But up a 57-cent gain on Smart Rent, now 59, 329 last trade, high of the day, 333. Is it something like that? Something like 333 is the high of the day. Yes, 333 is the high of the day. 329 and a half right now, and the volume, according to CNBC, 720,000. According to Yahoo Finance, 724,000, very close. So there you have it.
To say that. Yahoo!
Yahoo!
You're in Calgary again.
Oh, okay. Or yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. 300, 330.
Yahoo!
330 on Smart Rent. There you go, kids. Welcome to the party, pal. If those of you who have Smart Rent, don't do anything. Sit tight, wait, let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. Let it go. Don't get in the way of selling any of this stuff. Let her go, because this is nothing. 329 for this company. This is a joke. They have 400 million cash. Huge amount of money in the bank. Huge. Amazing. I like it. And I don't see a headline anywhere. So maybe a headline is coming and that'll add more to it. I don't know. Anyway, interesting stuff, kids. Welcome to the party. Thank you, Bobby, for this alert, because I'm yammering away here about a million different topics. And there you go. One never knows when one sees movement like this. And I'm waiting for the day that this will happen to all the former SPACs, that they will all go up 50, 60, 80 cents in one day, no matter what. We'll wait for that. I'm a patient guy. I'm okay. I'll be around for it. 16-cent gain on Rocket Lab, a 428 now. It's up again. It's already hit 436 today on 973,000 on Rocket Lab. This is pretty good. We're happy about that. In the last week, Rocket Lab has gone from something like the 380 range, the 370 range, to 430. Nice. In the month, the low in the last month on Rocket Lab, 377, now 428. This is the highest level in over a month for Rocket Lab. We are nowhere near the 3-month high, though. The 3-month high on Rocket Lab was set February the 15th at 516. So we got a ways to go, another 90 cents to reach those levels, but it's possible. On Smart Rent, let me double check here. For the last 3 months at 323 a share, the high of 3 months. It has not been higher. 6 months ago, the shares were 317 February the 2nd. We have broken the 6-month high on Smart Rent. We're now having to go after the 1-year high. Unfortunately, the past year, $5.76, 603. So Smart Rent has another 280 to meet the high of the year. So keep it going. It's definitely on its way. We'll certainly encourage this run up. 323 and a half roughly on the stock. 323 up 53 cents. We are gyrating here. Let's keep an eye on it, see what happens. Interesting stuff. Rocket Lab is up because I wrote a call. You're welcome. Thank you, Deuce Caboose. Marcus, 147 thumbs up, Bruce. JR, Uncle Bruce, do you think that the drop in the market is due to jitters over interest rate increase in Europe? No, I think it's because of a renewed concern on regional banks, which is unfounded. And it is a concern about a slowing economy globally. It's a compounding effect of a number of factors at the same time. But also, we've had a good run lately. And so there's some profit taking coming in as well. There you go. That's my guess. I mean, I could be dead wrong, but, there's a number of factors. No one reason. Down 382 on the Dow, make it 397 now. We're down 26 on S&P. We're down 18 on NASDAQ. What I find interesting is the Dow is off 1.18%. NASDAQ is off 0.16. It's not even close. It's not part of the party. The NASDAQ stocks are not participating in the downdraft. Rocket Lab is up. Smart Rent is up. Unity is up. GameStop is up. Google is up. Sextera is higher. Matterport is up. Amazon is up. Meta, Facebook is up. Royal Caribbean, Robinhood, BlackBerry, Norwegian. These shares are higher in a down day. Micron, Airbnb, they're all higher. So what the hey? Western Alliance Bank up 80 cents. Go figure. So the Dow, it's the Dow that is leading the charge by itself, and it's not contagious. It's not catching the rest of the market. So maybe dividend-paying stocks are under pressure because of potentially higher rates or the rates that are not going to drop very quickly. Maybe that's the realization. We'll find out. Oil down 128 a barrel. That is a reflection of a slowing global economy, and that could be why the Dow is off. See what I mean? Okay. Interesting. Thank you, everybody, for these thumbs ups. By the way, Strickland will not be handing out pink sheets to some of you, but there are slackers here. We have 186 people watching right now, and we've only got 148 thumbs ups. There are definitely slackers among us here, not helping out. We need the help, people. Help us get found and discovered in that wild, wild world out there. Thank you very much for those of you hitting the thumbs up button. You're awesome. We love you. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. We love you. Thanks for joining as members. We do love you. Thank you very, very much. 147 thumbs ups. They keep coming, and I do appreciate it, especially you regulars who just absolutely do it. Thank you for these thumbs up buttons, these thumbs ups. It's great. Matterport. Let me take a look. Hang on a second. Let me go back here. Rocket Lab up 15.5 to 427.5. SoFi down 24 cents to 524. GameStop is unchanged, 20.76. We got Matterport up 4 cents. 23andMe down 3.5. Spire down 1.5 cents. ATIP down 1/3 of a penny. SmartRent up 52 cents to 3.22. Sextera down 3.5, 1/3 of a penny, down 1/3 of a penny. Apple down $1. Goldman down 169. Cisco down 40. Tesla up 4 cents. Arc Innovations up a penny. Microsoft down $5 a share. Pfizer down 61 cents. HPQ down 62 cents. Alphabet, Google up 562 today. Amazon up 186. Nvidia down 4, and Unity up 307 to 3180. That's what we have to start our session this morning. A very mixed bag with NASDAQ way outperforming the Dow by a long shot. SmartRent, $3.30 a share right now. High of the day, $3.33, and we're up 60 cents. It just shot up again on a volume of 804,000 on SmartRent. That is more than an average day's trade on the stock already. Something is up. Something is going on. Somebody said something, and someone else took it as a good thing. 332 right here, a penny away from the high of the day.
So the joy of moving.
The joy of moving
is that you see things that you haven't seen for a while.
Yes.
So here I have the 1987 team set of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yes. Yes.
Isn't that marvelous?
This item here was in my sports card store in 1990, 91.
Yeah.
And it's a set of cards that was privately issued in the early days of the Blue Jays' existence.
Craig McMurtry.
I mean, look at these guys.
Mark Eichhorn.
Who are these guys? Check the stash.
John Cerruti. Oh, yeah.
Look at these boys.
This is wonderful.
Look at these guys.
Are just horribly made.
These are bubble yum. The Toronto Star, Ministry of the Solicitor General of Ontario. These were made as a one-off. It's a project co-sponsored by the Ontario Association of Fire Chiefs, the Ministry of the Solicitor General, the Toronto Star, Bubble Yum, and the Toronto Blue Jays. These trading cards are not to be sold for any purpose. Well, originally, they're collector's items now, and they're being sold for another purpose. Greed.
And the year-by-year win.
This is the front card, and here is the win and loss record from 1977 when they first started. The 1978, 1979, 1980. 1981, first half, second half. Remember the strike years? 82, 83, 84, 85. See, the team got better and better and better after the expansion years.
Look at the team picture.
Oh my, Jen loves this stuff.
Good luck.
We have to, yeah. Who's your favorite player? Can you make them out? Oh my God, can you make out these faces?
But
no, you
on
can't.
The back was an important card. Look on the back is the
checklist.
There you go.
Have you got these cards? Have you got these guys? Oh my goodness gracious! Is this a collector's item? Probably. Is it worth anything? I don't know. We were trying to sell this set in my store for $30. No takers back in 1991. Maybe in 2023 there are takers for this 1997. These are 26-year-old cards.
Like
they're
mint
condition. There you go. Cito Gaston. Yes. All right. Let's go. What else is going on here? JR saying, Iger questioning whether Disney will invest in Florida more in the future. I've been wondering when this sentiment would come out. Bobby Atkinson, I wrote 2 Rocket Lab $7 strikes for January yesterday. Were those 2 puts? I think so. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Mandu. Splair.
Good morning,
Eichhorn is a German name, probably in the U.S. or Canada. A lot of people have problems with that name. BW 127. When markets go down harder, the former SPACs pop up, being held down to load. If Vanguards, BlackRocks, and Knight keep holding millions of shares, we're just fine holding to. I can wait. There you go.
I'm out of here. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Jen, we'll see you later. Thank you for popping in to see us. Having fun. Yeah, we are finding all kinds of stuff as we treasures, she says. Yes, treasures. Oh my gosh. Treasures, and more treasures indeed. It's fun. Or is it? I don't know. Anyway, thank you all for being here this morning. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for these thumbs ups already today, everybody. Getting us on our way here. We have now got 157 thumbs ups. We need 43 more for 200. Thank you all for getting us that close. It's absolutely wonderful. Let's see what else is going on here. We got Peloton down after news of a recall of 2 million exercise bikes. A recall of 2 million bikes? Could that bankrupt these guys? Oh man, if they lose $10 a recall, that's $20 million. They lose $30 a recall. That's shipping and parts and labor. $60 million in losses. I mean, my goodness, what is this going to be like? I have no idea. Wow, that's crazy. Zed Estate, 139 thumbs up, Bruce. Thank you, Zed Estate. 323 on Smart Rent right here. The high of the day, 333 on 864,000 volume on Smart Rent. Does not seem to want to really give up much here. Kind of holding a good chunk of this gain within a dime of the high of the day. Very interesting here. I don't have any news that I can identify for us on the stock. I just have nothing I can tell you. I just do not know. There's a 10Q filing, definitely. But again, it is simply a filing of the reaction of the financials. That's all it is. The financials, in my opinion, were very good. The company's state of affairs is exceptional. I love the stock. I love the company. I love their business. And I think they're going to be very profitable down the road. No question about it in my mind. So to see the movement this morning is interesting. It is interesting to speculate that maybe an internal buy recommendation came out through a brokerage firm somewhere and we haven't heard about it publicly. That is entirely possible. And that could create a bit of a movement where the buying of this kind of volume is from one brokerage firm, one group of investment firms. I don't know. It could be a hedge fund taking a position. It could be a short seller panicking and getting out. Could be everything. Could be all of it. One could lead to another, perhaps. Anyway, here we go. Well, here's hoping to Disney bankruptcy, says sell my house fast in Upper Marlboro. Anyway, the Dow's down 375. S&P down 22. NASDAQ is only down 10 points. This is a mixed bag market. We could end up with an up day today. If the NASDAQ market keeps powering up, so much money will come into this market that even the Dow will turn around and we could have an up day on everything. So look at Rocket Lab up 21 cents, 433 on your Rocket Lab right now. Smart Rent up 52 to 322. I like these. AI is down 44, but Unity is up 316. GameStop is up 4 cents. SoFi down 17 cents. It's coming back on here, 531 after bottoming at 517. Put writers on SoFi were given a boost today because the lower the stock goes, the higher the premium on put contracts. Those of you writing $5 cash secured puts on SoFi are bringing in more money. Those of you writing $4 cash secured puts are bringing in more money. There might be some possibilities there. Neat. Does Amazon own a position in Smart Rent? I have no idea. No idea. Couldn't say. What do we got now? Tesla up 72 cents. Apple down 97. Google up 555. Moderna down 285 to 127.98. I know a guy who has written calls on Moderna around the 135 level, something like that, 130 level. He's got to be smiling here. Cisco 46.39 down 32. Pfizer down 61 cents. I know somebody. I know a couple that write calls on Pfizer. I think they're doing okay on those calls. IBM down 121. ATIP down 0.6 of a cent. Cyxtera down half a penny. HPQ down 60. Microsoft down $4. I know a guy who's written calls on Microsoft. I know a guy. He's going to be all right. ME down 4.5 cents. Matterport up 6 cents. Spire down a penny. And Amazon up 165. Spire is another mystery of life. This is a stock that has yet to be discovered and to be appreciated for what this company can do. 70 cents a share is a joke, an absolute joke. $100 million market cap. This company is racking in clients like you cannot believe. Governments, militaries, space agencies, legit, the real deal with Bill McNeil. These guys are about to break out, but I can't tell you what minute it'll happen. Smart Rent's breaking out, up 55.5 to 325 a share today. Interesting. Rocket Lab is breaking out, 430, up 18 cents here. These two are breaking out. Unity broke out, up 330 to 32.04. Very interesting on what's going on. Folks, what can I say? We've got an interesting market, to say the least. SoFi 528 down 20 cents. GameStop down 2 cents. Tesla is up 59 cents a share. There you go, everybody. Carvana again dropping after hitting its high yesterday, says Blair. Yep, Carvana, boy. Trouble in the used car business. What can I say? Well. Isn't this interesting? We're coming up to the 2-hour mark on this show. I want to say thank you, everybody, coming through here and seeing us and hanging out with us. It's great that you're part of this channel today, part of the fun. And way to go for helping me out with 160 thumbs ups today. Thank you for that. We did hit 266 yesterday. It sure would be nice to get a little boost of the thumbs up meter. If any of you can hit that thumbs up button, I think it might be time to perhaps put up a few knee emojis just to kind of let the Knights of Knee do their magic for us and have a little knee attack out there. Knee. I say, here we go. Selling on Spire and buying on SoFi. What a blast, says our friends here. What year? 1984. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, pal. Oh my gosh, here comes the knee emoji attack. It's unbelievable. Zeta State is here. Splair, JR, DH Ruda, Larry, Titus, JR, Spicy Android. Here comes Aurora with the knee emojis. Here we go. We're out of control. TJ, JR, I'm sure the thumbs ups are soon to follow. As soon as the knee attack happens, the thumbs ups start coming in. Karen is here. Knee neat. We're yelling out the window to the world. Neat, 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 neat. The knee attack is underway. There's no stopping the knee attack now. The markets will do as we wish. Isn't this wonderful? Thank you, Knights of Knee from Monty Python, for helping out the channel and helping out the viewership and helping out the stocks. Option writers. Where's my knee? Says dude. Where is my knee? Oh, fun times, everybody. Thank you all for being here, part of the craziness. Love it. The knee attack underway. You cannot stop the Knights of Knee. Zeta State knows, Splair knows, JR knows, DH Ruda knows, Larry knows, Spicy Android knows, Aurora knows, TJ knows. They know. Karen knows all about the knee emoji attack. Where's my knee? Oh, the big E is here. Splair, of course. Howdy, partner. Here we go. Yeehaw. Spicy Android. Yeah, Uncle Bruce, I have 50 calls on GameStop for $21 because I got 308 for expiration date 1020. Should I hold my hand? Should I hold my hand or look for a roll-up? All right, so okay, I'm guessing you wrote 50 calls with a $21 exercise price, and you got $3.08 for each of them for October 20. All right, that makes sense to me. What should you do now is the question. There you go. That's what you're asking. So October, right here, October 21s are going for 345 to 380 approximately is where they're trading at right now. And you've got all the time in the world. You receive $300 or $308 a contract times 50. Right now, sit tight, do nothing. Stock is off 17 cents. Let it back off some more. You're out of the money. Let it continue to go out of the money and enjoy some upside. Richard Carlin, neat, 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 Vash, neat, 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 Mandu, neat, 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 down go the markets. SoFi down 20, GameStop down 17, Unity up 339, AI down 73, SmartRent 325 up 55, Rocket Lab up 15.5 to 427.5. The Dow is off 391 points. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, pal. We are here to make money. Isn't that something? 2061 on GameStop, low of the day of 2051. We're nearing the low of the day on GameStop. We got the Dow off 391, like I said, down 26 on S&P, NASDAQ down 27 points. Karim, neat, 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 neat. Here they go. Fabulous. Oil down 165 a barrel. We're going to break $70 again. We're down to 70.91 on oil. It's collapsing. It is not being held up with any of the nonsense, any of those shills that are being paid by the oil guys. It's not working. We're down 400 on the Dow because of a slowing economy, the concerns of a slowing economy. That's what's going on. It has its effect on corporate earnings. All right, Splair, again, just in case, wishing you all a relaxed and successful day. If we don't read the tomorrow, already enjoyable weekend. Dude, come on down to 15 GameStop so we can buy more. We're ready to buy more. Giddy on up. Well, the lower GameStop goes, the more attractive it becomes to perhaps write cash secured puts. You might want to consider that. I don't know. Just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, I'm saying 324, 325 on SmartRent. The volume now 977,000. We're approaching 1 million shares of SmartRent purchases here. There's buying coming in a lot faster than the stock can handle it, it would appear. And I have no news through CNBC to tell you about it. I can't tell you a thing. I don't know, Ringo. I don't know, says Paul McCartney. I don't know. What is going on? We do not know. Very, very interesting session here, and like I say, we're it's looking good. The company looks good. The financials look good. The growth of the business is looking fantastic. The number of units they are adding to their portfolio, the number of subscriptions they are adding to their base, it is huge. It is absolutely huge. And maybe a brokerage firm has figured it out, and they've told their brokers, their analysts, pick this stuff up now. Buy this immediately. Don't ask questions. buy it because the upside of this thing is huge. Welcome to the party, pal. We've been here watching this and talking about this forever. All right. Smart rent, not concerned with slowing economy. It's going up. That's right. Spicy Android. Neat, 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 neat. That's what I say. Right on, everybody. Giddy up is right. $4.30 on your Rocket Lab. We're up 18 cents. High of the day, $4.36. 1.3 million traded up on Rocket Lab. That's another success story. Rocket launch after rocket launch. Order after order after order coming in to launch satellites. These guys can't keep up with the business. They are hauling in money, about to go profitable as well. It's only a matter of time. Richard Branson couldn't make money doing it his way. Rocket Lab is going to make money doing it their way. They are sitting on hundreds of millions in cash. Richard Branson's outfit, they're broke. Interesting stuff. Unity 3216, numbers were stronger. Outlook is better. Stock is popping. Interesting stuff. GameStop down 8 cents. SoFi down 22. Tesla down 18. Apple down 99. Google up 556. Moderna down 308. Cisco down 25. Pfizer down 60. IBM down $1.07. HPQ down 59 cents. Microsoft down 327. Matterport is up 7 cents. Giddy up. Amazon up 155. Home Depot down 229. Vanik down 147. Netflix up 215. Adobe down 236. Goldman down 147. Boeing down 191. Meta up 350. Royal Caribbean up 18 cents. We've got Target down 56. JP Morgan down 85. Costco down $1. Walmart up 14 cents. Disney down 8.84 to 92.30. Nvidia down 365. American Airlines down 22 cents to 14.12. DraftKings up 15 cents to 24.18. That's what's going on. What can I say, kids? 349 drop on the Dow. The Dow's actually improving right now. It's come back about 50, 60 points from its low of the day. Deuce Caboose, Richard Branson's 23andMe and Rockets are not doing well, but 23andMe will make money. And he doesn't own 23andMe. He's only an investor. He doesn't dominate it. He doesn't own it. He doesn't run it. He just owns 23andMe stock. 23andMe will be a winner. No question in my mind about it as well. It will be a big winner. Matterport, 290. Go Matterport. Beach Boy, Morgan Stanley raised smart rent target price to 330 from 310. What a bold move by Morgan Stanley to move up a smart rent to 330 from 310. Wow. That's going out on a limb here. We're at 325 on smart rent. They're just about there. I don't know what to say about these big boys. What's this guy thinking? The next 30 days? I don't understand these people. If you just look ahead a year or two on smart rent and you look back a year or two on smart rent and see where they've come from and where they are now and where they're expected, do you think they're not going to go where they expect to be going? They're going there. They are going much higher. Their cost of running their company is dropping for every new system they install. Their margins are improving. The margins are the secret here. They're going to be incredibly marginable, huge margins coming up for this company. It's going to be so cheap to run their system once it's all up and filled out. These brokerage firms are not looking past 90 days. They can't get it out of their heads. I don't know why. I don't understand it, but hey, I'm an old man. I've been around too long, maybe. That's maybe my problem. I've just been around so long to see this happen again and again and again, where big firms miss the obvious, completely miss the obvious. Smart Rent, Rocket Lab, ME, Matterport, and others are going to take off. But, you know, what can I say? They've got their own issues. Splair, they think probably about today, not the future. Yeah, I think you're right. Kids, the 2-hour mark has arrived here at Stock Markets with Bruce. 164 thumbs ups have come in. Those of you watching on the rerun, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button for us and get us over 200 thumbs ups. We couldn't do it with the audience, here today. I don't know why. Maybe I'm upset too many people. Don't know. but 164 thumbs have come in. And I do thank those of you who have come through here with the thumbs ups. You're just incredible. Thank you. The knee emoji attack keeps on going, and I say, way to go, everybody, on the knee emojis. Beach Boy, by the way, DQ Winer's Brotherhood, dude. There you go. 169 thumbs ups, 31 away from 200. Thank you all for helping get us as close as we are to the 200 mark. We do appreciate it. We desperately try to get at least 200 thumbs ups through here every day. If you're able to hit that thumbs up button, please hit it. Obviously, Strickland is handing out pink slips to all kinds of slackers this morning. Have a good afternoon, everybody, from Larry Titus and Pulse Guitar. Thank you, my friend, for the knee emojis. It's because you said G-damn. That's why JR says that's why. Splair, here it's a rainy day, maybe on the other places as well. Then people forgot the thumbs up by being lazy. Bobby Atkinson, I'm loving that. Rocket Lab, Inspire, know of each other merger, maybe? Could there be a merger? You never know. A satellite launcher and a satellite data manager? I don't know. Don't know about that. 171 on the thumbs up meter. If you like making money on the options, hit the thumbs up button. If you're happy that SmartRent is up 54 cents a share today, hit the thumbs up button. If you like that Rocket Lab is up 20 cents a day, hit the thumbs up button. If you're making money writing options, hit the thumbs up button. I hear Yoko is coming for us. Better slap that thumbs up button, says Pulse Guitar. There you go, everybody. 171 thumbs ups is where we're stuck at. 29 away from 200 today. Splair, are you whining now? Asks Beach Boy. Are you whining now? Good afternoon, everybody, from Endu number 5. Welcome all, and thanks again for joining me today. It is so much appreciated. 171 thumbs. Looks like that's where we're going to stop at here. We'll hope the rerunners out there can get us over the top with 29 more. I thank all of you who are helping out with the thumbs ups button. In the meantime, join me tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time, as a Gold Bagel member for the Trade Alert Show, and join me at 8:30 tomorrow morning right here for this live show every day, Monday to Friday, 1 hour before the opening and 1 hour into the opening, as we try to cover up, figure out what's going on here, cover it all, and stay on top of this wild, moving, strange stock market. Congratulations, option writers. You're just getting richer. Accept it. Accept the fact that you're winners and you're making money off the losers. You're just going to have to take it at my word for it. You're going to have to learn to accept success. I'm sorry. That's what you're going to have to do. JR, I'd hit the thumbs up button, but I've already hit it twice. Splair, it's a German illness to be whining occasionally, you know. There you go. Giddy up. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day today. We'll see you later on. Keep your eyes peeled for new videos. You never know when another one's coming out. And let's hope you guys get nothing but filthy richer. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Beach Boy. Neat. That's it. There it is. Splair, we'll catch you later. Thanks, Splair. Enjoy. Have a good one, everybody. We'll catch you next time. This is Bruce and Auntie Jen from Calgary signing off, saying, have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye for now.